Imagine the dead of night, a quiet house, and suddenly whispers break the silence. Picture this. The moon is the only source of light, casting long, eerie shadows. The house is still, the inhabitants lost in dreamland. Then, out of nowhere, the tranquility is shattered by whispers. They're not simple murmurs, but rather, they carry an unearthly quality. These whispers slither through the cracks and crevices, seeming to come from the very walls of the house itself. They're not of this world, and they send icy tendrils of fear creeping up the spine of our protagonist. The whispers are unintelligible, a symphony of spectral voices that do not belong to the living. They speak in a language that is simultaneously foreign and familiar, a cryptic puzzle that demands to be solved. The protagonist's heart pounds in their chest, their blood running cold with a primal fear. With the whispers growing louder, the protagonist decides to investigate. With trembling hands, the protagonist unlocks the box. This is the moment we've all been waiting for. Our protagonist has discovered an unassuming yet deeply mysterious box in the hidden basement. And now, the time has come to unveil its secrets. As the box creaks open, an unseen force seems to escape, filling the room with an almost palpable sense of unease. Inside the box, resting on a bed of faded velvet, lies a strange artifact. It's a piece of antiquity that defies description, an amalgamation of shapes and symbols that seem to shift and twist before our very eyes. The artifact emits an eerie glow, casting dancing shadows across our protagonist's face. It's a light that doesn't just illuminate, it seems to penetrate, to reveal things that are better left hidden. As our protagonist reaches out, the artifact almost seems to beckon. It's an object of fascination, of fear. It's an enigma that holds untold secrets and unimaginable power. It's a Pandora's box that has been opened, and now, there's no turning back. The moment our protagonist's fingers graze the artifact, the whispers return. But this time, they're different. They're stronger, more insistent. They echo around the room, bouncing off the walls and filling the air with their eerie melody. It's as if the artifact is speaking, its voice a cacophony of whispers that vibrate with a strange energy. Our protagonist recoils, fear etched in every line of his face. The whispers grow louder, more urgent. They're no longer just whispers, they're screams, cries for help. They're a symphony of voices, all speaking at once, all desperate to be heard. As our protagonist staggers back, the artifact continues to glow, its light growing stronger, brighter. It's a beacon in the darkness, a lighthouse guiding lost souls home. It's a source of terror and fascination, a paradox that defies understanding. The whispers become a deafening roar as the room plunges into darkness. And just like that, the scene ends, leaving us on the edge of our seats, our hearts pounding in our chests. What will happen next? Only time will tell. In the pitch black, the protagonist can hear something moving. A chilling silence is broken by the faint sound of movement, a sinister shuffle in the darkness that sends a shiver down the spine of our protagonist. In the heart of the hidden basement, where the air is stale and the walls echo with whispers of a forgotten past, the unseen threat looms. The protagonist's breath catches in their throat, heartbeat pounding like a frantic drum in their ears. Fear, like a living entity, wraps its icy fingers around their heart. The noises grow louder, more pronounced, like the sound of a predator closing in on its prey. A soft skittering, like the rustle of old parchment or the scrape of claws against stone, sends a fresh wave of terror washing over them. The protagonist's mind races, thoughts spinning like a whirlwind. Every instinct screams at them to flee, to escape the oppressive darkness and the unknown terror that lurks within it. But fear has gripped them tight, a paralyzing force that holds them captive in its chilling embrace. A sudden sharp sound, like a gasp of breath or a hiss of anger, echoes through the basement. The unseen threat feels closer now, so close the air around them seems to tremble with its presence. Their skin prickles with goosebumps, a primal response to the unseen predator that they know is lurking just out of sight. Summoning every ounce of courage, the protagonist lurches forward, their hands outstretched in the darkness, desperately grasping for an escape. Their fingers brush against the cold stone of the basement stairs, a lifeline in the oppressive blackness. But just as hope begins to ignite, just as the first step towards safety is within reach, a new sensation freezes them in their tracks. A feeling so cold, so bone-chillingly cold, that it cuts through their fear and sends a jolt of pure terror coursing through their veins. As the protagonist reaches the stairs, they feel a cold hand grab their ankle. The protagonist tries to scream, but no sound comes out. A chilling sensation of dread washes over them, as icy as the touch of the unseen entity tightening its grip. Their heart pounds like a drum, each beat echoing the second slipping away. Every fiber of their being is consumed by fear, their mind a whirlwind of terror. They struggle against the entity's hold, a futile effort against an unseen force. Their body feels heavy, their movement sluggish, as if they were submerged in a sea of treacle. The entity's grip tightens, an invisible vice squeezing the breath from their lungs. They can sense their life force draining, their strength diminishing. They feel the end is near, the final curtain beckoning. Just as they think it's the end, they suddenly feel a strange warmth, and then everything goes silent. What happens next, you ask? Well, that's a story for another time.